Meteorological winter ends tomorrow, and Old Man Winter is so nice that he's given us one last significant chance of snow. So this is going to be another video going over the next couple of days and what's going to be happening on those next couple of days with a special focus on tonight into tomorrow. So the National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for essentially all the lowland valleys from Eugene north to Seattle and a little bit beyond, while a winter weather advisory also exists for the northern Oregon coast, southern Washington coast, the high Cascades in the eastern Columbia River Gorge, while a winter storm warning exists for the Coast Range and the Cascade foothills. The setup for tonight into tomorrow's snow event will be that the same low pressure system that affected us yesterday will be moving far closer to shore already, and it's going to be making landfall probably in about 6 hours at the northern tip of Willamette Bay and the southern Washington coast. As it moves inland, it will start to creep northward as it hits the Cascades. It will also be weakening at this time, creating the potential for a deformation band, aka a localized heavier band of precipitation, possibly snow if it occurs early enough in the morning, and I am anticipating that it will occur early enough in the morning that some area is going to get a significant amount of snowfall. Just as a side note, the reason why most areas did not even receive any snow yesterday was that this low pressure system was too far offshore to produce significant moisture in the Willamette Valley. At least at my personal weather station, we only got 3/100ths of an inch of precipitation, which doesn't lead to any measurable snowfall usually. So that's not the case tonight. There will be rain tonight, though just not constant rain. So the forecast notes is that the really just the Euro model is showing a bullseye from anywhere, I'd say from the central metro area to about Salem. This model tends to be a little bit more accurate. The American GFS model and the UK model is showing a bullseye from Eugene to Salem. However, I don't tend to just look at the computer models. I do like to look at what has happened in the past and also how geography tends to favor our weather events. So let's take a look at that. For a lot of these deformation bands, similar to convergence zones, they like a little bit of uplift, aka hills, to occur. With convergence zone, they don't need hills, I guess similar for deformation bands, but it's just that they prefer it. So a lot of times this favors areas like the Chehalis Mountains, the hills right around Salem, the South Salem Hills and the Eola Hills. Just north of Corvallis, the MacDun Forest Hills. And then also right around to the south of Eugene where the valley abruptly ends. These are all likely spots for convergence zones or deformation bands to occur. Generally, not all of these will feature a location at once. I would say based on the low pressure system center, I'm liking probably one of two locations for this. I think the southern location is out for the heaviest snowfall, but the chance still exists. I think it's probably most likely from the southern edge of the Chehalis Mountains to probably right around Corvallis would be the best shot at snow, but these deformation bands are very difficult to predict and my confidence is lower than it was from last Wednesday. Timeline for Corvallis, I have noticed based on the observations that there is snow that has already fallen tonight. I am anticipating a low right around freezing tonight before warming up if that deformation band does not occur in Corvallis. If it does occur, expect that temperature to be closer to about 34 degrees, which could lead to some sticking snow even into the midday hours, though it does get more difficult this time of year for sticking snow to occur past about 11 a.m. or so, though not impossible. I do expect to fully transition over to showers before they die off completely as we go into the overnight hours and into Wednesday morning, with partly cloudy skies occurring in both time periods. For the Portland area, I think the current observation temperatures are going to be too warm to support snow by midnight tonight, but I do anticipate a change over to snow for most areas on early Tuesday morning by the time you wake up, with a probable peak time period for snow between about 5 and 9 a.m. before it starts to warm back up above the sticking snow temperatures. It's possible for snow to stick above freezing, and I will note, especially under these deformation bands. So even though I'm showing 33 degrees here, there could still be sticking snow where you are at. I do anticipate a change over to a rain snow mix and fully over to rain by the afternoon hours, but also drying out relatively quickly after the sun sets, changing over to partly cloudy skies. For the snow totals, I didn't change the map from yesterday. It's still anticipating relatively widespread 1 to 3 inches. I don't think everywhere is going to see an inch. However, I do think that there are going to be a few areas that get skunked out of this one, especially north of I-84 in the Portland, Vancouver metro area on up to probably Centralia, Chehalis. I think the most likely location for accumulations is, of course, anywhere above 500 feet, and then probably between the Chehalis Mountains and right around the Corvallis area. The overall potential 0 to 6 inches, I just think most locations will see from 8 inch to 3 inches, especially in the zone that I just described. Coast, I'm not anticipating much. Anywhere from nothing to an inch. Most of the accumulations will be 500 feet and above. Cascades in the Coast Range, anywhere from 4 to 9 inches is if you are in the foothills, and anywhere from 8 to 16 inches if you are in the higher Cascades. So, on to the 7-day forecast for Corvallis. I am anticipating snow to rain on Tuesday. I am keeping the rain snow mix graphic in there for Tuesday afternoon, and just in case, because if there is a heavier cell even in the afternoon, there could be a brief period of rain snow mix or hail. Wednesday is the only dry day for this week, though I am anticipating a dry day next week before back into chances of rain Thursday through Sunday. Possible rain snow mix on Saturday morning. The highs will be not quite normal, but a little bit more close to normal than what we've seen recently, with highs generally in the upper 40s, with Saturday as the exception, and lows in the mid 30s, except for the nights before the dry days, Tuesday night into Wednesday and Sunday night into Monday. For the Portland area, snow to rain tomorrow. Like Corvallis, I'm keeping the rain snow mix in there for Tuesday afternoon to show that any heavier cells that occur early on Tuesday afternoon could still produce a rain snow mix, but most locations will see just rain. I am anticipating a high of 40 degrees tomorrow, which would be a daily record cold high for Portland tomorrow. Freezing low, but quickly warming up to right around 45 degrees on Wednesday as a dry day. Highs will remain in the mid 40s through the weekend before creeping up a little bit on Monday, trying to make a run to 50 degrees, though that is still below normal for this time of year. Like Corvallis, there is a chance of a rain snow mix on Saturday morning. I'm also anticipating more rain for the Portland area than I am for Corvallis on Thursday and Friday, and the chance is also heavier, the chance is higher on Monday than it is in Corvallis. So that is it for this video, and this is the last guaranteed video that I am going to be making for this series of snow events, I guess is the best way to call it. If Saturday's potential snow event looks to be a little bit more significant, that there's at least a 50% chance that someone in the lowlands could see an inch, I'll make a video for that. But at this time, I do not see that happening. I will still put out another video this week because I promised you all a recap video of Wednesday's snow event, including what went right and what went wrong. I'm also going to be including the recent snow events we've had Sunday night, tonight, and Saturday night into that too. So look out for that. I know I'm behind schedule on that. I haven't forgotten about it though, so hopefully that will be out by tomorrow, please. But until then, please stay safe out there and take care.